Welcome to Unacademy. These are 8th video in our web development series, and in this video we are going to learn about the labels, the grouping of forms and other elements of the forms. Okay, so these are the elements that we are going to look at. Okay, so these are the other and the new input elements which are added in HTML5 version, right? So here you can see that we are going to look at the input type date, the input type color, the input type range, input type, the number and the file. Okay, so these are very important elements in our HTML, right? So here you can see I have written basic example, right? Here you can see that we have written the body tag, right? And in our body tag we have written the form opening and the form closing tag, right? Here you can see that first of all we have used the label. Okay, so the main use of label is here you can see in the output, right? Here you can see that we are using text in front of our field, right? So for writing this we can also use label. Now there's a question that what's the need of writing a label tag for this? Okay, we can simply write your age in front of the input and it will be here in the same way that this is written here. Okay, this is okay, but what if you want to apply some CSS? Okay, if you want to apply some color to your text, okay, if you want to apply some style to your text, okay, so for that we simply use a label. Okay, so we can simply give an ID and class to our labels and apply the CSS. Okay, so for that we simply use the label. And if I want my label, okay, so if I want my label for age text, right, so where is the label for age, right, and the text. Okay, if I want my label for anything I can simply use the for, right? So this is the syntax of writing a label. Okay, so this is the opening label tag, then this is the closing label tag, and in between that you will write the text. Okay, and the text will be available here, right, in the output. Okay, so this is the use of the label tag in our HTML. Now what we wanted that first of all we are using the input number. Okay, so we wanted the user to write the numbers. Okay, we do not want any text, right? So here you can see that we have used the input type number, right? Now there are also some different things written here. The first is minimum, second is maximum, the third is step, fourth is value, fifth is name, and sixth is required. Okay, so these are the attributes of our input type number, right? So what are these attributes? Now here you can see that this is my number, right? Here you can see this is my number. Now I want my user to write his age here, right? His or her age here, right? As we know that the age cannot be less than 0. Okay, so I want that the minimum age must be 0, or the minimum number must be 0. Okay, it must not be less than 0. Okay, and I want that the maximum number must not exceed 99, right? So here we cannot write a greater number than 99 and we cannot write less than 0. Okay, so we are simply applying the validation for our form. Okay, so in this way we can simply decide the starting and the ending number, right? Now after that you can see that I have written step here. Now what is a step? Now with the help of step you when you write numbers you will simply see up and down arrow here, right? So you cannot see here in this picture. Okay, but if you will try this by your own you will see up and down arrow here. Okay, so when you click up the number increases by 1, and when you click down then number decreases by 1. Okay, so whenever you will try this you will see a up and down text up and down arrow here, right? So whenever I press up it must go up by a single step. Okay, so here you can see it's 50. When I press up it must be 16. When I press up it must be 17 and 18 and 19. Okay, now in the same way if I press down it must be 14 and 13 and 12. Okay, so in this way it must decrease and increase with the interval of 1. Okay, so that's why we use 1. Now if I want that this must be increased with interval of 5, so I will use step 5. So okay, so whenever I use step 5 here then press up arrow it will be 20 here. Okay, so in this way we can use the step, right? Now the another one is 18. Okay, so this is a pre-generated value in our input type. Here you can see that the value is 18. So whenever I launch my page the value will be automatically 18 here. Okay, so without any input the value will be 18. Okay, and the user can change it using the text field and the arrows arrows which are available here. Okay, so in this way we can pre-assign the simple value in our input, right? And this is a simple name. Okay, this is a simple name, right? We will be using in our PHP. Okay, so this is no matter for now. And here you can see the required is, this is a required field, we cannot escape this. This is a very required field, and that's why we have used required. Okay, so that's why we have used all these attributes in our numbers. Okay, after that I have used another label, that is your birthday. Here you can see this is your birthday. Okay, and for that, whenever you want to write a date, right, you can simply use the input type date. Okay, so after that, for this format or this calendar will be available in your form. Okay, so whenever you click here, a calendar will be appear, and you can simply write and write the date. Okay, so this is the syntax for writing the date in our, for taking the date input in our HTML forms. Okay, now in the same way I've used the time input. Okay, so you want to wake up at, this is a simple label, and I wanted the time. Okay, so here will be your time, and here will be the AM and PM, right? Okay, so we will simply use input time. Okay, in the same way, if I want if I want the user to select a color, I can simply use this. So whenever you click this, a palette will be open and you can select any color you want. Okay, so in this way I can use the input type color. Okay, so this is the way to select the input type color. And the last is the input type range. Okay, so I have written something, this must be anything. Okay, I have just written something here. Now if I want a simple slider, okay, if I want a slider, I can simply write the the range. Okay, so this is the starting range and this is the ending range. Okay, dark. Here you can see that here is the starting range and this is the ending range, and I can slide this as I want. Okay, again there are so many attributes here. The attributes are same as we saw in our numbers. Okay, so the minimum must be 0, the maximum must be 100. Okay, so whenever I put my slider here, it will be 0, and whenever I put it here, it will be 100. Okay, and again when I try to change the slider, the range in the slider, the step will be 5. That means the interval that the slider will change and the values that will be changed will be 5. Okay, and the current value is 50. That means it will be 50 right here in the middle, right? So in this way we can simply use our slider and different types of inputs in our HTML forms. Okay, in this way you can write this type of complex form. Okay, so these are the complex inputs, and you can use this type of forms, right? Also, there's another input that I would like to tell you, which one is file upload. Okay, so if you want to upload a file, right? So this is the output that you can see here. From here you can simply select your file and it will browse in your computer. You can select any file you want. So whatever file you will select, the name will be replaced here. Okay, so no file chosen will be replaced by the name of your file, and in this way you can simply upload the file. Okay, so this is the way we can simply upload the file in our HTML document. Well, as I said, this is simply a basic design of our HTML. Okay, so you cannot upload the actual file because for that you will need a database and a server, right? But now we have just designed how we are just designing the file upload, right? So here you can see these are form opening, right, and these are form closing, right? And after that, first of all, I just wanted this comment, text here that select the file you want to upload. So we can simply write a text here that select the file you want to upload. Okay, this is very simple, you know all that. Now after that, if I want to upload a file, I'll use the input type file. Okay, you can see here I've used the type file, right? Okay, and this is just a name, you just don't have to use the name right now. So we'll use input type file. Okay, so after that this portion will be available in your window. Okay, so after that you can simply use the file. You will be available you will be made available by just by writing file here. You will be having this. Okay, now after that you can see that you want a upload button, and this simply a input type submit, and I've just written a simple paragraph text here. Okay, so this is simple a basic HTML. Okay, so we have already learned this is the main thing which we have done here, and that is the input file. Okay, so in this way we can upload our own file. Well, at this moment we will be needing a a database in a server for uploading a file, but now generally we are just taking care of the HTML and CSS part, and that's why the basic design of our file upload can be simply done through the input type file. Okay, so in this way we can design our old file upload. Okay, and this type of HTML forms. Okay, so these are the last two things that I would like to discuss to you about forms. Okay, so if you want to group things, right, you can simply use the field set tag, and if you want to group the title, you will be using the legend tag, right? Here are the two things which we'll be using for grouping our forms and different things. Now here is an example. These are body, okay, and these are body. Now if I you can see here is the form opening and it's a form closing. Now if I want my form to be like this, I want the personal information, I want to separate my form. Okay, I want the personal information to be here, I want the other information to be here, right? So in this way we can upload, we can upload different types of data in different packs, right? So for that we'll be using the field set and legend combination. Okay, so first of all you will do the form opening and the form closing right here. Okay, after that I'm using the field set opening, right? And the field set, this is a complete field set. Okay, so this is my first field set and this is my second field set, right? So you can see that I have started my field set opening and this is my field set closing. Here you can see this is my field set closing. And okay, and in my legend, whatever the title I want to write, okay, so this is the grouping of title. Okay, so for the grouping of title you use legend, that is personal information, and after that you will simply use the input and input tag and simply use the input types and different form attributes. Okay, so here is a simple form and you just have put it in a field set and legend, and for that you will be using a field set for this box. Okay, and for legend you will be grouping it using the legend. Okay, so here I have done using field set and legend. In the same way, if you want to do it for the second form, you'll be using the field set opening and here's a field set closing, and you will be using legend, and in the legend you will be using other information. In the same way you can see here, and for that you will be using the different form attribute here. Okay, so in this way we can use this grouping elements in our HTML, and with the help of all of this element we can design a very structured and good form. Okay, and for our HTML I recommend you to design a very elaborated form for your website or for anything. Just design a simple form and definitely it's very helpful. And whenever we will study PHP, we will be taking care of the server side. Okay, and the form submission and all type of things. Okay, so I think these all of the forms in our HTML. I hope you all like this video. Please like it, please comment on it, please tell me if you have any queries. Okay, please let us know your opinion. Thank you very much.